On this episode, we talk about maybe some sad things.
Hey, it's not always great.
Right. Seasonal depression, loneliness on the road, and stress of the holidays.
Yeah.
So, I'm Rich.
I'm Adam.
And Atlas All Access starts now.
Curtain at 0450.
Okay, so let's try to do our best with this. I think this could.
It's kind of a weird topic, but I mean, I think it happens a lot more than we probably think know about, or even hear about on a daily basis.
I think you're absolutely right, and it's one of those things that if you don't talk about it, it gets swept under the rug, and
Sure.
I don't want that to happen, right?
No.
Especially with the nurses that work for us. So
Sure.
It's a big thing. Loneliness on the road, seasonal depression, the stress of the holidays.
It happens for, I think, all of us in just everyday life,
Yeah.
and then you throw in the fact that you're 100 to 1,000 miles away from your family during the holidays. It's definitely something that we deal with in our industry on a day-to-day basis.
I was
year.
at the post office the other day, just 2 days ago.
Bless your heart.
Wow. Oh my gosh. You want to see some angry people?
Yeah.
Go to the post office.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, even the post guy that comes in every day and talks to you. I mean, talk about seasonal depression.
Right.
I mean, he just knows he's going to work some long hours.
He swears a lot more during the holidays than normal. Yeah. Not necessarily at us, but just in general, right?
Yes.
And so, but that's the thing. So, how do you? And we reached out to some of our nurses. How do you combat loneliness and that type of thing on the road, especially during the holidays? And what do you do to kind of get out there and to get yourself involved while you're on the road?
Sure, absolutely important on there. I think volunteering's a great thing. Getting together as a group to do some group activities, always a good idea, and we can kind of expand on that. But what are some of the things that when you asked some people that they had?
I think one of the biggest ones was, and just non-denominational, obviously, church groups.
Great idea.
Like that's a good, there's a lot of those out there, and that's if that's your thing, then that's a very easy start, right?
Sure.
Book clubs was another one.
Yeah.
Most of the time we know book clubs turn into wine club, but whatever you want to do, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Even cities like Omaha or larger, there are bookstores, and those bookstores will advertise book clubs as you come in, like a bulletin board or whatever. Or I think maybe back in that coffee shop area, they may have something that kind of advertises that, where you can join these book clubs. Or
absolutely. And I think what you're getting at and what we're hearing is obviously, as a travel nurse, you're going there to work, obviously make a paycheck, which obviously is important for all of us, but it's also trying to be a part of the community in some way.
Right.
And I think that's what the holidays is about a lot of the times is obviously coming together as a family, coming together as a community, and doing that. So I would encourage people out there to definitely, within their unit, like you said, even a church, even if it's not your denomination, go to a service, try to meet some new people. It might be a good way to, outside of the people that you work with, maybe meet somebody that has some similar likes to get you out and do those kind of things.
Right, and the unit's a good place to start too, because I think you're going to find there's a lot of other places that you could go and volunteer your time. Right?
Sure.
That came up a lot too. Volunteer your time. Homeless shelters, women's shelters, dog rescues. Right.
Yep.
My wife donates her time to dog rescues because she loves animals, she loves dogs, and that's the thing that she likes to do. And
sure.
there are many of those organizations out there that would be more than happy to take your help.
No doubt. I know a group of our guys, guys and gals, went out and did Toys for Tots with the Marines, which was very, very cool. It definitely takes time away from our families and those things, but man, the way you feel after you do that, I didn't get to participate this year, but last year I did, and man, just so cool how they get to do those things and feel as a group, and the camaraderie that comes in after that. So yeah, definitely get with the people in your group, find out what they're doing, go out and adopt a family within your unit. There's a ton of organizations that do those kind of things. So there's definitely some ways to get involved outside of the work environment, and more importantly, be part of the community that you're in. Is the most important part for the holidays there.
Yeah, I agree. Another suggestion was, and a lot of people will do this anyway, join a gym.
Yep.
Right? Within the gym there, you're going to meet people that not only like to work out or whatever, maybe there's yoga groups, maybe there's intramural basketball groups.
Yep.
I know you are, and this isn't gym related, I know you belong to a hockey group, right?
Yep.
Even at our age, right? You can still play hockey. It's
absolutely.
Yeah. How serious is this hockey group?
It's actually pretty serious.
Yeah?
It's funny. People say you play hockey, and I know my best friend Mr. Madrigal jokes with me can you even skate backwards? And I keep telling him to come watch.
Right.
It's a ton of fun. A lot of the best team in our league are ex-UNO players.
Really?
So guys in their 30s to 40s that played Division I college hockey.
Yeah.
And it's a ton of fun.
Wow.
So it gets me out of the house. It gets me doing something, and a group of guys that I don't hang out with on a regular basis.
Yep.
But it's a ton of fun. So
Madrigal's just jealous because he can't skate backwards.
That's true.
That's true. In general, I don't know.
I would like to see that. That would be fun.
How can we make that happen somehow?
Oh, I think we can.
If any of Chris's nurses are watching or listening to this, let's work on that.
Yeah, let's put some pressure on him to do that.
I would go to this too, because I can kind of skate, but not hockey skate, right? I can kind of skate in a circle, around for the holidays, you know, and that's about it. That's about it. So
it's a little more competitive than that.
Yeah,
but there's besides that, I have a traveler out in North Carolina, and I should have looked this up, but they play some. It's like a frisbee / dodgeball / we're gonna have to look this up and what it's really called.
Frisbee dodgeball.
It's kind of crazy, but they go to. He's on an intramural team. I see the pictures on his Facebook, and it looks like a ton of fun. And, and they've traveled from a couple different places around the Virginia, North Carolina area. So I know it's pretty competitive.
It's like a traveling.
It is
frisbee.
It is. So
team.
If get out there in that community, what you like to do, racquetball, those kind of things. Frisbee golf.
Right. That's a
Frisbee
thing.
golf. I know one of our favorite patrons is looking to go from geocaching to frisbee golf.
Frisbee golf.
I saw on Facebook the other day.
Really?
So definitely.
I'm gonna guess if it's who I think it is. Lawrence, Kansas in the winter is not the place you'd want to frisbee golf.
No, I definitely don't think it is, but I think she's headed a little farther south.
Maybe you're right.
So she might get some action down there.
Well, okay, we'll see. I don't know. I'd like to see some pictures from that, though. That's,
no doubt.
Yeah, for sure.
No doubt.
I also know that I also was told one thing that our nurses do, and I don't know how this would work during the holidays, especially, is pick up a part-time job.
Sure.
That seems tough.
I think it would be tough. It kind of depends what the commitment would be. Obviously working 36 hours, the nursing gig is definitely it's tough. Let's be honest. It's tiring. You're on your feet. You're doing those kind of things.
Right.
But there are some opportunities. You work at a gas station. You could work at a call center. Make some Omaha Steaks is a great place here in Omaha that they hire a bunch of seasonal people. But the biggest thing is we don't want you to burn out.
Right,
You know,
right.
we need you, and the last thing we want to do. But you know, if it's for 5, 10, 15 hours a week, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea,
Yeah.
and help with those Amazon payments on your credit card.
Right. I think, and selfishly, I think that maybe, I would pick up a part-time job like at a comic book store, right?
Yes,
To support your
habit. Yeah,
right?
definitely.
So maybe if that's like, if you enjoy hiking or whatever, you would pick up a part-time job doing that maybe. Not hiking, but working at a store that sells hiking equipment or
Sure.
Or, if you enjoy cycling, you work at a cycling store part-time during the holidays or something.
Yep, and definitely another way,
know, right?
another way to meet some other people in your community,
Yeah.
and do something that you like. I think that's a great idea.
You had mentioned like starting at the unit level, right? On the unit that you work at, and we've seen this a lot. This Friendsgiving thing, right?
Yep.
Like during the Thanksgiving time, getting together with those people that your friends or whatever, and going and celebrating the holiday.
Yep.
Like that, right?
Yep.
That seems to be a pretty popular thing to do.
Sure, and it's definitely something that you can take charge of. It's not something that you have to wait around. I mean, it's something that I love to see on Facebook, travelers from, all over the place meeting in one location. And it's not just, I saw one the other day where there were 10 travelers all met in New York City, and, they were on assignments in Boston and up in New Hampshire and down into the Baltimore area and stuff.
Sure.
And I thought, how cool is that? I really don't know if they all knew each other before or if they just posted something on one of the websites and they all did it. But I think, we've seen it in the past, like Thanksgiving, up in the Wisconsin area where they'll pull a bunch of people together, and we've tried to do it a few times in Omaha as well, and had a little bit of success with that sometimes. But it's putting yourself out there. The last thing we want you to do is go to work, go home to your apartment or home that you're in, go back to work and go back home. I mean, that's not going to help, and that's really not the true spirit of being a traveler. I feel, at least.
No, and I think you're absolutely right. And you had said something before, like Christmas doesn't have to be December 25th, right? Thanksgiving doesn't have to be that Thursday, right?
Yeah.
It's whenever or however you want, or however you want to celebrate with the people that you're either around or the people that you love, right?
Sure, absolutely. And I mean, family dynamics are always crazy.
Yeah.
So plan a different day. Be that person that wants to go to the holiday or work on the holidays. Make it special for somebody else. Volunteer for somebody else to work so they can be home with your family.
Right.
And then ask for the couple days off afterwards.
Sure.
And go home and do that. Yep. And another thing we talked about is, man, how cool is technology these days?
Right.
I mean, you can be 3,000 miles away from home and literally be talking with your phone or your computer.
You'd still be in the room, right? You could be on Skype or on FaceTime.
Yeah,
whatever,
I mean,
right?
back in the day when you started on this, I'm sure you had a pager, maybe.
Exist. I did have a pager.
I bet you did. You probably had two.
I only had one. I wasn't nearly that cool. So.
But I mean, how cool is technology where you may be away from the holidays and it's tough, and we thank you and appreciate you for that, but you can stay connected with people.
Absolutely.
Very much easily now than you could in the past. And take advantage of that. And if you don't know how to use those things, I was one of the last persons to get a smartphone. I'm still trying to learn how to do some of those things. But if you don't, reach out to one of us. Let's get you set up so you can be closer to your family as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think back to one of my parents owned a theater when I was young, a movie theater. And I grew up in movie theaters, and we were open 365 days a year, right? So we worked on Christmas. And up and through college, I ran a theater. That's what brought me to Omaha. I was promoted to the general manager of a theater here in Omaha.
Yep.
And we would work on Christmas Day, we would or whatever, and Easter Sunday, and all those. And those were some of the most fun days to work.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they were a blast.
Sure.
And we had Christmas, whenever it worked out for us, and and stuff with the family, and it still felt like Christmas, right?
Exactly. And you just mentioned mentioned, another great holiday experience. I know a ton of people that go to movies during the holidays after their festivities and stuff.
Yep.
What are the big hits this year?
Oh, do you even have to ask?
Well, I know what one of them probably is.
Like, it starts in 2 days, right? I mean, it starts on Friday.
Yep.
Star Wars, right?
Yep.
I can't wait. Since I was this tall, right? And I can't wait.
Are there any other big ones?
I think there's a few more. We just watched the trailer. Bright with Will Smith is the first. It's a Netflix film, but it's coming out in theaters.
Okay.
So
Very cool.
it's the largest budget Netflix film. So I've heard, to be produced to this day, right?
Very cool.
No idea what the premise. I mean, I've seen pictures and stuff, or seen the preview, but that's about it.
Yeah.
There's a couple Christmas Day movies, and the Ringling Brothers.
The circus one.
Yes.
I have seen the previews.
Yeah, that one looks really good. Period piece. It looks very good.
Very cool.
So.
And another great way to ask a couple people in your unit. Hey, let's even if they have Christmas stuff going on.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to go grab a movie afterwards and have a holiday fun. So
exactly.
Another great idea.
I really think if you can't find something after all of those suggestions, then yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That's
absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So get out there, try a couple different things. If it works, great. If not, try something else, and hopefully you find something.
I hope this helped you guys while you're out there. We appreciate you over the holidays and everything that you guys do. We'll take your suggestions. I think we love coming on and talking and helping you guys out, but we'll always take your feedback and talk about the things that you guys want to hear.
I think we'll talk. Yeah, I think we made it pretty clear that we'll talk about pretty much anything. Well, not pretty much. We'll talk about anything you want to talk about. So send us your suggestions. We'll talk about it here. And if you're passing through Omaha, we got a seat for you right here.
Right here.
So,
We'd love to talk with you.
All right.
All right, man.
Adam, thank you.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.